Welcome into episode 3 of season 2 of Stamped Wright NBA Draft Podcast. Michael Stamps, joined by Killian Wright. Killian, we've got an interesting list of topics to discuss today. As of about 4 hours ago on Sunday night here, got the March Madness bracket, so that kind of brings a whole nother level of excitement to our lives, for the next week and maybe longer, depending on what Missouri wants to do. You don't really know what you're going to get from them on any given day. So, we have that to look forward to. We have 68 teams. I don't think it was very controversial. So that happened. I know my Creighton Blue Jays are probably gonna accept a crown bid. So
yeah.
I guess I'll have an excuse to watch that. There's an NIT bracket. Auburn is the 1 seed, so
They accepted that?
yeah, they did.
Oof.
Yeah.
I didn't think many SEC teams were accepting NIT bids.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
Interesting. All right. Well,
that's interesting as well. So yeah. March Madness. I'm excited. I think this is shaping up to be a pretty interesting postseason. And I think
Auburn is one of like 3 power teams in there.
I know, yeah, it's bad.
It's Auburn, Oklahoma State, and Cal.
It's a lot of teams. I think there's a lot of teams in there who were supposed to win their conference but lost.
And Wake Forest, I guess.
Yeah. Cincinnati was one too. Their coach got fired, so they didn't take it.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't mind Wichita State to maybe win that. I don't know.
Man, I used to love Wichita State.
So my grandpa is a big fan of
them. Creighton was huge rivals with them in the Missouri Valley days.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were decent this year. Actually, I watched that. I watched that South Florida, Wichita State American Championship.
Yes.
It was pretty interesting. Watched. I think my favorite game of the day had to have been Harvard Penn. Whew.
Yeah.
TJ Power's got a little something to him. I don't know if he has eligibility left.
Yeah, he does. He's a junior. So
yeah, I mean, you would think he maybe transfers again. I don't know. 4 schools in 4 years is kind of crazy, but
yeah,
he looked automatic. Obviously hit that shot. He had to do something. So impressive stuff from him. Yeah, I mean, I guess I'm happy we don't have to go to Dayton.
Yeah, that was going to be a lot less fun. I was very much considering not going to Dayton if there was a possibility. I missed a lot of Spanish the last couple of days.
Yeah,
maybe doing that. So, I mean, who wants to go to Ohio anyway?
But. Exactly. I mean, my dad was like, "Oh, I've heard Dayton's fun." I'm like, "Who the hell told you that? Who told you that Dayton is no, I'm not buying it."
Dayton 2026 spring break.
Let's go. Yeah. Seems like propaganda though. I'm not buying it.
I'm not buying it either. Not buying the Dayton stock. They've been on the downhill since Halpin left town. So
now, if Mizzou would have played Miami, Ohio, I think I would have been inclined. I think I would have been inclined. Maybe I think that would have been the only reason.
Yeah.
I would have gone. So
I think I'm glad Auburn didn't get a bid, but I think the only way I would have wanted them to get a bid is if they were to play Miami, Ohio. Yeah. Other than that, I didn't want to see him. So the fact that, and I don't even think that was really a potential matchup based on what some of the guys were saying afterward.
I don't think so. Yeah.
So I'm glad that that's not a thing.
Yeah.
We can. On other news, I don't know about you. This is probably my last day on the pod wearing a hat. Finally got a haircut for tomorrow, so we're going back to or haircuts for Tuesday actually. So finally we're gonna be leaving the hat.
For me, the hat situation is more just out of laziness. So
yeah, that's what a hat always is.
Yeah, it's I'm
this isn't like a fashion statement. I've got a mop going on right now.
Literally.
Yeah.
I'm gonna propose an interesting conversation here. My fantasy my fantasy basketball league. It's the last week before the playoffs. And I've been streaming centers all day because I need to score 26 points. And my fantasy season in the playoffs relies on Oscar Tshiebwe.
Yeah.
Scoring 26 fantasy points. And he hasn't checked in the game yet, so I'm not really liking my odds. Anderson Garcia is starting for Utah tonight, if you remember him from Texas A&M.
Who is that?
He was on Texas A&M last year.
Oh.
Yeah. Really interesting.
He's in the league?
Yeah. He's been really just like glue guy-ish for whatever G League team, Mexico City. He's averaging 11.5 points, 10.3 boards, 2 assists, 1.6 steals, almost a block per game.
Dude, Oscar Tshiebwe hasn't had 23 fantasy points all year. Why'd you pick him up?
Last option. Like oh my God, who did I have today? Robert Williams at one point, Mitchell Robinson at one point. It was just everyone who was available. It was my last slot. So yeah, not looking good. Probably gonna miss the fantasy playoffs. Do you want to introduce
question of the day?
The dumbass question of the day.
Are you a fan of the scuba dance?
I'll let you go first because I feel like I know what answer. I know what answer you have.
Well, I wasn't really a fan of it for a long time. Like when the original it started like really getting popular to my knowledge like a year ago probably, and then it was that one girl was like in the class and she's like, when like I'm first one at class because I pay for my education. She's like in front of everyone, and I didn't really like it back then. And I was just kind of like indifferent on it. Like I was like, oh, this is interesting. Like it's not like funny or anything though. Like I just like didn't really think about it. And then like the last like 2 or 3 weeks, I've been seeing like the Nick Wilde and Judy Hopps like hitting it, and they're just like nonstop. Like I pop up on Instagram, and I'm probably gonna have one immediately. But it's like it's just
I mean like
scuba. So it's like all I see is just like every day. So I'm getting to a point where I think it's really funny, and I do kind of like it.
I agree. And I mean, it's like this is not a serious statement, but like part of me was like, damn, when I was watching Zootopia 2, I kind of wished that it was in there. I mean, I think that's pretty valid.
Yeah. Like I think it would really like tie it all together. Like an end credit scene, Scuba will return.
Yeah.
Scuba. Maybe in the third one.
Yeah, honestly, my real count has been decreasing recently.
Yeah, quality over quantity.
So, sure.
That's probably.
I see it more on Twitter.
I don't.
Oh,
but, yeah.
I just see the GIF on Twitter, and I feel like I get a chuckle out of it. So
yeah, I'm sure that'll invade the Mizzou replies soon enough.
Yeah, you won't see me hitting it. I'm not going out of my way to support it, but I think there's been worse trends. Love a good AI, whatever you want to call it. I don't know what an AI video. Yeah, I don't know what it's called, but yeah, that.
Yeah.
So, all right. Let's stop talking about that forever.
Right. On your first prompt here, I'm glad you chose that word because I've had a couple rants to my friends that I like. There's no word I hate more when talking about sports than. And I'll let you say your sentence here.
But. Yeah. So first thing of the day is Bam's 83 points. I watched the game live, and I actually missed part of the first quarter where he was getting like real buckets and looked really good. But obviously 83 points. I'm pulling up the stat line as we speak. Goes 20 of 43 from the field, 7 of 22 from 3-point line, and then obviously 36 of 43 from the free throw line. So my question, Killian, is this an ethical performance or not? And is it valid to call it an all-time great performance?
He scored the second most points in a game in NBA history, so I'm going to say, yeah, it's an all-time great performance.
Okay.
I'm not a fan of anyone who uses the term unethical when talking about sports, to be quite honest. It's like
Yeah.
it has a really weird connotation to me, and I'm really not a fan of it.
Yeah.
It's like very discrediting, and the criteria for like what is like ethical like changes all the time, kind of based on who is doing the action,
Yes.
and not in a way that I'm a fan of.
Yeah.
Calling things unethical, especially when it's like when Bam Adebayo gets a lot of free throws or Shai Gilgeous-Alexander gets a lot of free throws, it's unethical. But if Nikola Jokic and Luka Doncic shoot a bunch of free throws, I'm not hearing anything. Like I'm not going to say anything, but like Jesus, man, like it's real rough. And
Yeah.
I don't like when people, especially people who aren't like journalists or like have platforms like say that stuff. It's like it really annoys me, but it's what like fine, whatever. It annoys me way worse when it's like journalists or like top outlets say it. Like when Bleacher Report post that thing last week when they would rank the top like 50 most ethical 70-point games or something like that, or like just the top most ethical 70-point games. I was like actually fuming. I don't think I've ever been more mad at like seeing a piece of sports media than that. Like what the hell is that? What does ethical mean? Like, is it shooting free throws? I mean, in my opinion, that's smart to hit free throws. Like, I don't really care if it's ethical or not. Like, it's smart. Like, and the word ethical isn't something that applies to the way you play a sport. Like, it applies to like the way you conduct your life or like your fucking like workplace. Like, an unethical play is like I'm not gonna give an example for an unethical like real life thing actually, but like there's no equivalent to being unethical in real life as in basketball. Like the only thing I would go for saying something is unethical is like a dirty play, like purposely injuring someone, like a Morris brother type thing. But like I don't think anything with scoring the basketball, the way you score, should have the word like ethical anywhere near it. In my opinion, I'm just not a fan of it.
I agree. I agree, especially with what you said about SGA. Like, there's no way that there's not a deeper connotation when people say it. And like, I mean, that's a side conversation for a different day. I feel like I could talk about that for 30 minutes because it's ridiculous. And maybe unethical was the wrong word to use because you're right.
I get why you did it because that's what the word everyone else is using. So it's important.
I mean, it's because it's like, by definition, not unethical. It is an all-time great performance, right? That doesn't just happen every day, and he, like, for the most part, earned what he got. But I can't unsee his teammates intentionally fouling in the fourth quarter. You know, like that's I don't know what the word I want to use to describe it is, but like that's just not how feels like that's just not how that's supposed to happen. It felt maybe not natural is the phrase I'm looking for. It just like I don't know. And then Washington was triple teaming him and he was just like chucking and he couldn't really make a shot in the fourth quarter unless he was getting to the free throw line. And it still had the same. I mean, like I was excited to watch it. Like I had the same excitement level. And it really has nothing to do for me. It has nothing to do with it being Bam Adebayo at all. Like the person, in my mind, does not make a difference. I think there's just things that I can't get over. I mean, the number of free throws. I don't know how many attempted in the first half. The number definitely saw an uptick in the fourth quarter, though. I'd like to think.
I think he had like 13 in the fourth quarter or something like that.
Yeah, and that's like not. I don't know. It's not completely unrealistic for that to happen in an average game, like at all. But it just felt forced and not natural, and that was kind of my lone I don't know, question mark on it. But like at the end of the day, like he did it, and you have to be able to at some point score the ball if you're scoring 83 points. So like like I'm not trying to discredit it, but I just think towards the end of the game, the way it was handled, probably I would say by his teammates and arguably by him. I don't know if he condoned the fouling or not. I thought I saw a video of him telling his teammates not to foul, but I don't know if that was really like just bad lip reading or what. But I can't unsee that. So that's kind of where I stand, and I don't think it does not by any means totally diminish his performance, but I feel like there is like a bit of I don't want to say an asterisk. That's wrong, but like that was a part of it. I feel like I can't forget that.
I think like here's like my counterpoint to that is what if Bam, when he had like 70 really early on in the fourth, there's like 9 minutes left, I think, when he hit 70. What if he only took one more shot to end the game and was just on the court lollygagging out there? He's like, oh, I got 70. Okay. There was 8 minutes left. What would the reaction have been to that? It would have been, oh, why didn't he go for 80? He could have had 80. Like he could have had 100. Why didn't he go for it? And then it's like, or Spoelstra took him out.
It took him out, yeah.
It would have been why, like, because stuff like this has happened before. Like I think Harden had 60 and 3/4 back when he was with Houston.
Yeah.
Like Dame had 70 and then kind of stopped shooting for the last 2 minutes of one of his games. Like this type of stuff has happened before, where it's guys have had these ridiculous nights and then coaches either pulled them or they slowed down, and the reaction every single time is, "Oh, I wish he could have kept going." Yeah. One guy does it, and they're like, "I hate it." It's like, I think it's just a product of like people just like not being able to enjoy anything.
Yeah. So, I mean, like I don't understand how someone could have watched, like, I don't know. Like,
that was one of the most fun games I've watched all year.
Yeah, 100%. And like I think the counterpoint to what I said earlier of like, oh, I don't care who the player was, is like the fact that it was Bam Adebayo was a added amount of randomness, because that's not one of the first 20 guys you would think of to, or maybe more, to go score 83 points. I mean, even on a lower scale, he's not a guy I'm calling out to go get 40 or 50, right? So obviously he's kind of a freak, situation. But I mean, I think you're right. They were also guarding him way more contested. They were doubling him, and like,
I was surprised he was even able to get some of those shots off.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep my standpoint on the free throws at the end of the game, but at the same time, I'm happier that he got it. So, I guess that's that. But I think that all is to say is like, if there are people who are questionable and like don't necessarily appreciate it as much as other people because of the way the fourth quarter was conducted, I think I can see that perspective. Yeah. But I don't entirely agree with it. I think I see bits and pieces. But if someone wants to not diminish it, but they don't think it's as valid, then I guess I can't really blame them for it.
We get it, bro. You're a centrist. We get it. Stand your ground.
I mean, I just like, it's like part of it also is like, it's like feels wrong. It feels like I'm hating, but I'm like not trying. I'm really not trying. Oh my God, I just kicked my desk. Like, I don't want to hate on it, but like there is a part of me deep down that like is slightly bothered. So I don't know.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Next part. There's 6 teams in the West who look pretty good and are hard to imagine as first round exits, but 2 of them are gonna be. OKC, San Antonio, Lakers, Rockets, Denver, Minnesota. Minimum 2 of those teams are going to lose in the first round or earlier if one of them somehow slides down to the play-in or anything like that. So 2 of these 6 teams are going to lose in the first round, if not earlier in the Western Conference. OKC, San Antonio, Lakers, Houston, Denver, Minnesota, and then also the last 2 teams are Phoenix, who's 11 games over 500, and the Clippers, who probably have a top 8 record in the league since January. So it's the Clippers and Suns are a little easier to imagine losing in the first round, just because the Suns' talent doesn't exactly stack up, and now that is the Clippers, and the Clippers also just lose in the first round every year. So that's why I didn't include them on like this. Oh, it's crazy, a crazy list. So I think Jesus, man.
You got it.
These two of those teams are getting out, and it's really hard to imagine it.
Yeah.
So I don't really know who it's going to be. I feel pretty comfortable that it's not going to be OKC, but any of these other teams I could see losing to each other, because I mean, two of these teams are going to play probably in the 4-5, and two of them are probably going to play in the 3-6.
Yeah.
So it's like of course I'd pick, if Minnesota ends up as the 2 seed, like of course I'd pick them to beat Phoenix, or I'd pick them to beat like Golden State or Los Angeles Clippers. But like if they end up as the 4 seed and have to play Denver in round 1, maybe they are a first round exit.
Yeah.
Like, so it's really hard for me to kind of narrow down who this is going to be, and it's even harder until like we get a bracket, obviously. But it's like just looking at it right now, like I think if I absolutely had to pick, I'd probably pick the Lakers and the Lakers for sure, and then maybe the Rockets or the Spurs, maybe. Like just because the Spurs and just neither of those teams have won a playoff series as they currently stand, like with their rosters. So like those the Rockets, Spurs, and Lakers are the only core out there in the West that haven't won a series yet. So like maybe Lakers and Rockets is who I'd go with. I don't know.
Yeah,
what about you?
I can't get behind this Lakers team. I watch a lot of them because I feel like I'm always tapped into like the 9 p.m., like 10 p.m. slates of games. And I watch a lot of Golden State, LA, or both LA teams, like Sacramento every once in a while, like Phoenix. I cannot get behind this Lakers team. It just like is weirdly built, and it feels just odd watching LeBron at the stage of his career he's in now. Not that he's like, because he's playing, like he's still playing good, but it's like different, and it just feels like it doesn't work, and it's Luka's team now. But like it doesn't always feel like it's Luka's team now. So I don't know. It's just really odd. I would say the Lakers for sure. I feel pretty confident. Denver's almost fully healthy now. They get Peyton Watson back soon. So once that's happened, I'd imagine they'd win a couple more games and maybe move up another spot or two. Feel pretty comfortable about them, kind of, not losing in the first round. And then the Spurs, hard to get a read. Minnesota, hard to get a read, but I feel just based on like the last couple seasons, you got to feel confident with them. So kind of does just leave it to the Rockets, Lakers, Spurs, and I think I want to give the benefit of the doubt to the Spurs. I don't really know anything about Houston. I'm not gonna lie. I don't watch.
They've got Kevin Durant.
I mean, really. But I don't know. I don't watch a ton of Houston, but obviously they're where they are now for a reason. Kind of feel like it's easy to bank on KD being able to win a playoff series.
Yeah.
So, but you could say the same thing for Luka and LeBron. You can't say it for Wemby just because he hasn't done it yet. So maybe that rules out the Spurs, but that feels like a pretty hot take because they've been so good this year. So I don't know. I feel like I'm gonna give Wemby and the Spurs some benefit of the doubt, and list LA and Houston, but I wouldn't be shocked if it was the Spurs. I also feel like, with Minnesota, Ant has to do a lot of heavy lifting sometimes, and he's had some pretty incredible performances in the playoffs, but usually I feel like those aren't games that they end up winning. So, there's always that universe too, but I just I trust them at this point, and they have their team hasn't really changed much over the last.
No, they've been a pretty consistent core now for 3 or 4 years. 3 years,
so
right?
Kind of hard to
go there.
Yeah. So when they've been doing this for a while and they consistently win playoff series, it's kind of hard to bank against them. But I don't know. It's going to be interesting. Obviously, the Western Conference is fucking insane, and it's going to be really entertaining. And honestly, I feel like there is a pretty steep fall off after Minnesota.
Yeah, there's very clearly next tier. It's like after Minnesota, it's Phoenix and the Clippers. But honestly, the Clippers are since January, they've been just as good, if not better, than those top 6 teams, though.
Yeah.
But yes, like on paper, the Clippers roster is like undeniably worse than those top 16. So yeah.
And then we don't have to have this conversation now, but the East is like a whole different story, and it could, I don't know, might be like a bloodbath, but it also could be really interesting.
They're all about even in level of play, so it's gonna be close series. But like none of those teams are very good, so it's like it's just Boston and like maybe Cleveland, maybe. But
I don't know if I want to trust Detroit, but
no, I'm not buying that. They're not buying it even a little bit.
Can't do it.
I would wager so much money. I would like wager my life that they don't make the finals this year. Just no shot. Zero. No way. But yeah, so we can talk about the East another episode because I just don't have much good to say about it. But I like your college segment that you've got right here. Go by region for the March Madness bracket. Pick 3 guys.
Honestly, like I only have a few listed out, but I mean, like some of these are so stacked.
Yeah, I mean, if you go like the East, there's this Cameron Boozer guy from Duke. I don't know if you've heard of him.
And then obviously that one kid from Kansas that's pretty decent as well.
Something like that.
I don't know. I was trying to make a deeper list.
You know, my friend played intramural soccer with Flory Badunga last year.
Really?
Yeah.
Come on, Flory.
Yeah, he's cool.
Yeah. I'll try to shine some light on some guys that I feel like I wouldn't think about right away that I feel like are still really interesting.
Yeah. Which bracket are you starting with?
Starting with the East.
Okay.
So I mean, obviously, Boozer. Boozer, Mikal, One guy I put down was Bruce Thornton with Ohio State. He's just like he just gets better and better every single year. He's a little short, but he's kind of stocky and really physical, and his numbers just again have steadily increased. The 3-point shot took a 2% dip, but he's still shooting 40 from 3 this year. So that feels like a guy who could probably find his way onto a roster eventually. I put down this dude named Amari Bynum for Ohio State.
Okay.
And he's just an insanely athletic 3 or 4. True freshman. He's not going to declare. I know him because he's from Omaha, and I've watched him play a little bit. Very good. I feel like he's not a guy that comes out this year, but he'll definitely be an interesting name to watch down the road. There's Zuby Ejiofor, St. John's. Feels like that's kind of a guy where he's probably too good to not find his way onto a roster eventually. He has something to offer. Mikal, Ryan Conwell with Louisville, really interesting. Donovan Dent.
He's got a good last
earlier. I mean, that assist turnover ratio is nuts. That's not normal at all. I don't know what the number is off the top of my head, but it's a lot to a little. So that's been really cool. Bilodeau is interesting. Feels like he could probably find his way one way or another. And then when I was watching South Florida today, I think his name is Isaiah Nelson. South Florida stood out to me a lot. Averaged 16 and 9 a game this year. He had 13, 6, 2 blocks, 3 steals in their win today. So obviously very good defender, probably a high upside stock guy that might be worth something eventually. So that's kind of the gist of the guys I was thinking about. I used to really like Alex Caravan and saw the vision for him, like maybe being a first round guy, but he's just been so bad this year. That's not going to happen. I don't know. He really hurt us. I admire him for coming back, but he really, really hurt his draft stock. So, I mean, like obviously the best prospect on UConn is Braylon Mullins, and they have some guys like Terrace Reed's kind of interesting. So the Ball's kind of interesting. Silas is kind of interesting, but I don't know if any of those guys really have much to them. Braylon will go out this year. Caravan will because he's out of eligibility. Terrace is out of eligibility, and then I'd imagine Solo and Demery go back for another year. So, any names that interest you that I didn't mention?
I think you named like every fucking player in every team.
I know. I mean,
Might have been a little more than 3.
yeah,
No, I mean I was thinking Braylon. I think we either talked about him in person or last episode that like I'm really big on shooters who can who like aren't nothing outside of shooting, and like his steal and block rate is like pretty interesting. And like he's like not going to be a terrible defender, and like I think he's pretty good at moving too. So I mean there's that going for him. So I like Braylon Mullins for one of those guys. And then like I mean obviously I like Darren Peterson. Like I I want to make it clear that like I still think this guy's like ridiculously fucking good. Like I don't think he's gonna be moved out of my number 1 spot. I know a lot of people are starting to lean toward AJ or lean toward Boozer. Like I don't think Darren's gonna leave my 1 at all. And then I'm really excited to see what Zuby does in March Madness because he was really damn good in the conference tournament. So I want to see what he does. Like you said, I think he's going to be a 2nd-round pick at this point. He was old and he's not doing much on offense, but he's just kind of like a freak athlete who I feel like certain teams have got to the point where they've just started like using guys like that, like not to make the comparison from player to player because they're not the same player at all, but like kind of in the way the Raptors deploy Colin Murray Boyles this year. They're just like, you know what, like it'll be like on offense he's got like a defined role, but on defense is like just go do whatever you want, just wreak havoc. Like I think Zuby could kind of be like that for a team that doesn't have a lot of defenders, like maybe like a Phoenix who like doesn't really have many big defenders. Like he can just kind of like run around and just do whatever. So I would like to see some Zuby stuff, and I'm kind of excited for that. And then my 3rd guy, I could see a world where Mikal Brown has like a really good postseason run, and I want to see that. So Braylon, Zuby, and Mikal Brown for the East, I would say.
it's a high quality list.
Yeah.
Let's go down to the South where still some good teams, but the draft talent kind of drops off a little bit. I only have 2 names down. So after just naming 20, actually no, I have a 3rd. First is Hawk. I mean, is that how you say it? Thomas Houck? Houck.
Oh,
Thomas
Houck. Yeah.
Sorry, my fault. Yeah, no, Houck is great. I feel like he's going to be a just long-term, multi-year. I feel like probably a starter. He just does everything, and he just has the motor. I think he's a great player. Not very like thrilling, but there's just a role for a guy like that. So him, Bennett Sturts, obviously. I keep looking up his numbers. The fact I think it's just insane that you can take a step up in competition, play more minutes, and like your numbers get better.
And he's done that twice now.
Yeah, and maybe slightly less efficient, but like it's like 2%, like it's nothing really. So, and he's not turning the ball over any more than he was before. I'm super impressed with him. I think at some point I mean, you have to like someone being older, like you have to take it into account, but there's also the alternative where a guy is just so good and that he's going to be able to defy it. So
he's got a real chance to go down as the best KC Hooper in NBA history.
Yeah, you would know more about that than I would. I don't know who are the other ones that
Ryan Robinson, Earl, and Landry Shamet. Those guys are up there. Nice. Kareem Rush, Zoo Legend.
Nice.
There's a couple more, but
okay,
yeah.
Cool. I have one more guy. It's Tyler Nickel.
Yeah.
He had a really good game today. Little streaky sometimes, but still he's 6'7" forward, shooting 39 from 3, attempting 7.5 threes a game. Did I read that right? Yeah, 7.5 a game. So that's kind of nuts. That's really high volume. So shooting well in high volume. He's big and he pretty athletic too. So I like Tyler Nickel. Probably not definitely not like a top 45 guy, but later in the second round, I think there's going to certainly be teams who are looking for shooters. And I don't know. I don't want to say he's this best shooter in the draft or he's a top 5 shooter in the draft, but you've got to think he's one of the names that comes to mind when you think of just pure spot up shooters or the sharpshooter niche sort of player. So that's kind kind of what I think of him. I think there's a very much a chance that he could go explode and get 20. But I know he's been struggling. Yeah, he's had a couple down games recently. So his 19 today against Arkansas probably really helped.
Yeah. For my guys, I don't really like him as he's not even close to a 2026 draft guy. But Larry Johnson from McNeese,
Yeah.
pretty good. That's intriguing. There's no way he's at McNeese next year. Just no shot. But I'm interested to see where he goes and what happens. And I mean, if McNeese were to like be the 5-12 upset to Vandy, and Larry Johnson has like 30, that's like something I could kind of see happening. That might be my bracket pick. We'll see. So I'm excited for that. Even if it's just one game, I bet he plays pretty good. He'll have a tough matchup. Tyler Tanner's a pretty solid defender at the college level. Like that's bad to say coming off of what he just did against Darius Acuff, but like Tyler Tanner has been like fine throughout most of the season. So Larry Johnson from down there, I'm excited to see. And then obviously like Keaton Wagler, I want to see what he does in a postseason setting. Like I'm interested for that. I think it's going to be good. I think, but I would like some sort of confirmation. And for a third guy, let's see, who am I thinking? Obviously, there's the Houston guys like Sharp and Flemings. I think I would have said Sturts if you didn't already say him. I'm like ridiculously high on Sturts. I really like that guy. But I'm also excited to see if Ruben Chenyulu like gets played off the court at all, because that's been something I've been like wondering about. Like, is there going to be a matchup when he gets played off the court? And it's like it's not. He hasn't been getting played off yet. He's been really quick, which has impressed me. Like really quick on his feet against some of these guards. And like I'm not gonna ride or die for Ruben Chenyulu like he's like some sort of future like really good NBA center or something. But like I think he's kind of playing his way into being like a two-way guy, which is fun. And he can like maybe be one of those guys where it's like the last like 2 or 3 years, there's kind of been like a thing where like NBA teams have got really good at developing those centers who like aren't good at anything on offense and like turning them into good offensive players more so than it was like say 5 or 6 years ago. Like now you see like Moussa Diabate or like Mohamed Cisse. Like Ruben Chenyulu could be Mohamed Cisse in the NBA. I think that's how you say his last name. But like that could be a thing. And I'm interested to see how the next few weeks play out for him. The Florida guys in general, like Condon's really fun too. Like, is Condon going to be like what does that passing look like in a postseason setting? Like, can he be Mason Plumlee? Like, I don't know. These are the questions ruling my life right now. But I'm excited to see the Florida bigs too. So.
Yeah, I mean, I think Florida as a team in general, they had weird expectations with Fland and Xavier Lee, and I don't know what's next for them.
Not much.
Probably not. Yeah, I mean, Fland like could have got drafted last year, right?
It would have been a dumb pick, but
yeah, but like he could have got drafted last year and kind of ruined that for himself. So
yeah,
that's very interesting. Okay, let's move to what the West. Yeah, the West. I think Utah State's a really interesting team. So I kind of 1A, 1B, MJ Collins and Mason Falslev. I don't know if MJ Collins is going to get drafted or if that's even going to be a possibility. I think Falslev might not even stay with this or like go with this class, but both just high volume scorers, good defenders, shooting like pretty good shooting splits as well. Falslev is shooting 40% from 3 and 52 from the field. Collins is shooting 49 from the field and 37 from 3. So and they're both 6'4", around 200 pounds, just kind of volume scores. I don't know how good they are in defense. I think Falslev is decent. I'm not sure about MJ Collins. I know he was at Vanderbilt last year, but I don't particularly remember how good he was. So, something to keep an eye on with those two. It feels like Utah State like wins in March a lot. They at least win one game, and they always have really well built teams. So. I think that's going to be something to keep an eye on. Who else do I have? Nick Boyd has been
Yep.
ridiculous recently. They have a unfortunate draw because High Point's really good, then Arkansas is great, and if they manage to get out of, they don't have to play Arkansas. They'll play either Villanova or Utah State. Wait, no, I'm tripping. Never mind. But they would have to play probably Arizona in the Sweet 16. So that just sucks for them. So yeah, Nick Boyd has been awesome though as of late, averaging 21 a game this season. He had that 38-point game against Illinois. So he's old. This is his fifth school. So he was on the Florida Atlantic team that went to the Final Four.
Wow.
So I'll let that speak for itself. But yeah, fun player. I think Wisconsin's really good too. They're playing really well. They low-key do have like 3 draftable guys with him and Blackwell and Nolan Winter. Maybe I'm missing someone else, but
Wisconsin got hot at the right time. They've had some really impressive wins this year. So
yeah, that feels like a team that could probably make a run. And then Braden Smith too. I wish he'd be more aggressive on offense, but he's just so smart. Yeah, I think he's going to get it. I think he knows he's going to get it too.
I think that's why he hasn't been super aggressive.
Yeah. But he's obviously tiny and has some physical limitations, but very smart. There's a role for a guy like that, and he can shoot. So, and he had this crazy and one over Adimara today. Did you see that? Yeah, that was nuts. I don't know how the shot went in, and then the fact that
it looked like it was like completely on the wrong side of the rim. And
that was like some Mark Mitchell spin. Like I don't understand how that really happened, but impressive, very impressive.
Yeah. For me, I'm really excited to watch Sebastian Mack.
All right.
I think he's the only guy in that side of the bracket.
Yeah.
But honestly, though, I mean, this one I'll just be obvious and pick the stars in this bracket because it's like kind of hard not to. Like it's gonna suck that we're only going to get. Well, I mean, I guess technically you get 2 games out of Dalen Swain, but like if you include the play-in, but like there's like you're only gonna get at most 2 games out of Dalen Swain or 1 game out of AJ. Like one of those guys is going home in the first round. That is unfortunate because I would like to see both of them in there a little longer. But AJ is going to be fun to follow along. Like that'll be cool. Could end up seeing him and Acuff meet in the Elite 8. Like I don't think that's like 100% out of the question. Do I think it's like the most realistic option? Like no, not even close. But you can't like rule that out. And then obviously, I am interested to see what Acuff does. Hawaii has actually been like really fun and good this year. So it kind of sucks that they drew Arkansas because I don't know, maybe they could have upset another team. Like maybe they could have got Nebraska and like upset Nebraska, but I'm not too sure they're upsetting Arkansas. That would have been a fun team to watch. And then so Acuff and then Brazil. Whew, I can't wait to tweet about Trayvon Brazil and piss off Twitter again. It's going to be a blast. So I'll be doing that. I will be doing that so much this summer. And then, those 3. Arkansas as a collective, those 3 guys, plus AJ, plus Swain, plus like not even remotely related to the draft, but like Mark Mitchell scored 30 in back-to-back games. Like, is he going to do it again? Like maybe.
Yeah.
So that would be cool.
You know who I completely forgot about? Darian Williams, NC State.
I forgot he was over there.
I really liked him last year, and that was on like a Yaxel level of why did he come back? Because Yaxel was getting. I mean, Yaxel might have gone on the first round last year too, and I love him. I love him
this year at least.
Yeah, but I just forgot about him. This team has some NBA guys on it, and eventually, I think Matt Abel's supposed to be good. Kadir Copeland's interesting, and McNeil could probably get drafted this year too. So maybe that NC State they play Texas, right?
Yes.
Yeah, that should be a pretty interesting game. So just let's pivot to the Midwest. Just eyeballing it. Adimara, I feels like no one has really established themselves as the top center, and there's a lot of guys with traits, but I don't know. Some really interesting players at the position. Uh, Adaimara feels like a guy who could maybe not like dominate, not in terms of scoring, but just continue with his physicality to beat up on some of these teams because he's 7'3", right? 7'2",
7-2, I think.
7'3". So I know. So feels like a really good opportunity for him to kind of just impose his will a little bit.
Yeah.
So him, Virginia. This was a crazy realization that Ugana and Yenso is like averaging 3 blocks a game.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's insane.
Yeah.
I did not think he was that good. I thought he was just kind of a failure of a player, to be blunt, and he's been amazing. So I guess there's that to look into.
Okay.
So maybe seeing a fun game out of him would be interesting. Obviously, there's the Iowa State guys. I really like Momcilovic.
Man, he had a crazy game. Was that Friday? Saturday? Friday? No. That was Saturday. Yeah, it was Saturday.
Kentucky Santa Clara should be interesting. Yeah, I mean, but I think the first ones that come to mind are Mara and then probably Yaxel too, big Yaxel guy.
Yeah.
But want to see him do it at the highest level.
Yeah, that Kentucky game is probably going to be a upset watch. I would imagine a lot of people are picking Santa Clara to win that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, my guys are down there. I think Christian Anderson could have a really fun run. He just seems like the type of guy that would have a good March. So I could see that. Obviously, I want to see what Robbie Avila does in March. That could be really fun. So, depending on what happens there, I mean, Georgia's a really weird team. Like, I think a lot of people are going to pick St. Louis to win that game. I don't know exactly if they will, because St. Louis is, I don't know what it is with these Missouri teams and like collapsing in March, but that has certainly happened this year. So that's going to be an interesting matchup to watch. But so Christian Anderson, I think is going to be fun. Not necessarily from a draft perspective, but just like what's he going to do? I mean, Alan Graves, that'll be cool.
Yeah, Graves is really interesting.
Yeah, I don't think Quaintance is playing at all, so not that. No. Then yeah, like Phylon will be fun. They could get hot and go on a good run. I mean, they don't have too terrible of a path to the Sweet 16.
Yeah,
like beat Hofstra and then beat Tech or Akron. Like, that's not very hard at all. So that's Phylon could have some real nice games there before they get crushed by Michigan. But yeah, I think those are my guys who are down there.
Awesome. All right. Well, obviously we'll have more to talk about in the next couple of weeks. Should be some interesting stuff. I think it's going to be really interesting. March Madness. One more hot topic before we get to our before we get to our draft for the day. And it's a draft related question, NBA draft related question. Yeah. And I honestly don't even think I want to talk about, like, I don't know if I feel qualified enough to really go deep into both players right now. But this Twitter discourse I'm seeing with Tyler Tanner and Darius Acuff is just bizarre.
They're not. It shouldn't be in the.
It's not.
They're not the same conversation.
I know these guys love woke draft Twitter, and they think having Tyler Tanner is
Draft Powers had him at 3. I think either 2 or 3.
God, I wish I saved this board because I was blown away.
Yeah,
I need to find this. Like, actually, I need to find it. I think I almost sent it to you and I forgot.
Yeah. I'll fill in while you're.
Please do.
Yeah, that.
Oh no, I found it. Hold up. Nope, I found it. Let me roll. Boozer 1, Tanner 2, Graves 3, Sturts 4, Quaintance 5, Sanak 6, Swain 7, Krivas 8, Caleb Wilson 9, Peterson 10, Mara 11, DeBonsa 12. I mean, David Merkovich is 13th. What else do we have? Micah Hanglotten from Florida is 25th.
All right, bro.
Richie Saunders is 29. Jeremy Fears is 30. Nate Biddle is 31. And then to round it all off, Christian Anderson 37, Darius Acuff 38, and Phylon is 40, and that's for the board ads. So it's just I don't fully and like if you want to question Darius Acuff's defensive ability, I actually thought I know that one clip was like horrible, but he actually had a pretty good defensive game today. Not even like even take away the box score, like he looked good on defense. And Tanner is like ridiculously shifty. So I did not walk away unimpressed by Darius Acuff on the defensive side of the ball. It's a weird narrative. And they're not the same category of player whatsoever.
Yeah. Like, I mean, the gripe with like, I saw a tweet today that like blew up. It said like Darius Acuff is going to walk into the NBA and be the worst defender immediately.
And it's ridiculous.
I don't think he is, because obviously these small point guards are like not good on defense. Like Darius Garland, Jalen Brunson, Steph Curry, like these guys are not good on defense. But like over time, like you do see them like slowly turn into better defenders. Like Kyrie and Steph, by the time like year 5, 6 rolled around, like no, they were not good defenders. They're not someone you want guarding the other team's best player. But like if it comes down to it and it's one possession, like they're okay. Like they're okay. And the stuff that Acuff provides on offense is like it is worth taking a gamble on a bad defender. You have to be really, really good on offense to be as bad as Acuff is on defense and still be worth drafting, and he is that good. Like this isn't like a Jeremiah Fears case where Fears is like super flawed in like multiple different areas. Like you can't name too many offensive flaws for Acuff. So it's like I'm usually like a lot of my board, like we've talked about like every year, like my board is like I won't take guys high if they don't have an outcome as like a role player. Like that's why I was like so low on Fears last year. I was like, there's no way this guy's a role player. He's star or bust. But it's like, and I didn't feel confident in his offense enough to put him high. Acuff, I do. Like I feel confident enough in that offense. Like he's athletic enough. He can shoot enough. Half court, full court. Like he's the pull up jumper has really come around. It's got better since he was in high school, which is crazy. Like he has legitimately improved. It's not just a usage thing. So I really like Acuff, and like Tyler Tanner, not to like shit on him or anything. He's a fine prospect. He'll probably go in the late first round, but like he's just not Acuff, and that's fine because like there's no other point guard in this draft that's Acuff, so it's fine.
And like, is 6'3", 190 small?
It's small. Yes, it's not like he's walking in the NBA like Tyler Tanner. Like
Nick, why are we not crying about Christian Anderson? He's not taller than 6'1".
Yeah,
and like it's like. I think it's more like I think I'm more bothered by this like concept that your draft board has to be like different.
Yes.
Like there's nothing wrong with being a little bit on with consensus. And like, oh my God, there are people who love this guy. His name is Chance Mallory, freshman point guard for Virginia. Do you want to guess? Don't look him up. Guess his measurables for me.
I don't know, like 6'1", 180.
5'10", 186, and they will have him higher than Acuff.
Yeah, that's just not.
Like, let's just be so. It's like you're like your grasp, like you're reaching. It's insane.
Yeah,
it's like pretty like fucking annoying, honestly. Yeah. I don't know. It's just such a weird. Yeah, it's a weird debate, and I'm not trying to discount Tyler Tanner because I do think he could be a really good player. But I don't think Acuff's negatives on defense will ever outweigh his positives on offense. So
yeah,
that's that. I feel like I needed to get a little rant out of the way because I was seeing it all day today and it was really pissing me off. And like, also like Acuff whooped his ass.
Yeah,
looks so good. And like
you need to stop by Man of their Newsroom after pitch on Tuesday because it's literally just like like 3 people sitting around like arguing about like brain dead draft Twitter takes for like an hour and a half. So if you ever want to go vent, that's the time.
On the record, best potato chips out there.
Best?
Without a doubt.
Like they're not the best. Like they're good, but like
they are the best.
That's just a bad take. Sorry. You ever had those like twists, like the honey barbecue one?
I'm sorry. Like I mean like actual potato, like
like plain chips.
Yeah, like a straight up
Oh,
potato
okay.
chip.
Yeah, I'll
Yeah.
agree with you on that.
Yeah, like not yeah. I'm not branching out. No, they're not the
They're-
best. Those
Yeah.
those things are amazing.
Yeah.
Without a doubt,
Okay.
they're better. But like,
Yeah.
I've been on a potato chip roll the last like couple months, and I get these all the time.
Reasonable.
So,
yeah.
yeah.
All right.
All right.
You want to get the draft?
Yeah, let's do it. And honestly, I'm not feeling confident about how this is going to go for me. I don't know these guys. I don't know all of these guys off the top of my head. I feel like I'm gonna make some really fucking stupid decisions, but
We'll see. All right. Well, the draft is a draft of we're each going to draft a team of overseas players who started overseas, then came over to the States to play college. Like for example, like I'm sure he's going to be one of our picks. So I'll just say it. The Wagner brothers, born, raised in Germany, came over to play at Michigan, went to the NBA. It's become a lot more popular in the last couple of years. So I'm sure if we did this list 10 years from now, it'd be a lot like cooler, but there's still a good amount of guys who did it in the 2010s. So I will give Michael first pick.
No. I don't know.
Oh,
wait.
I was
wait. Is there wait. No, I'll take it. But before I take it, I'll take it. But is there an obvious player in your mind?
Yeah. And we can take these guys that are at their peaks.
Okay. Are we doing current players?
You can do all time. If you got an all-time guy.
I don't
I'm not
have
sure
all
how many.
I don't have all time.
Yeah.
I don't have all time. You said these guys at their peaks?
Yeah, we'll have them at their peaks.
And we're drafting 5, right?
Yeah.
All right. Can I get Joel Embiid?
Yeah, okay. That was the obvious pick. And we are, just to clarify, we're ruling out Canada because there's a million guys who like that. That's not we said overseas for a reason. So yeah, Embiid was kind of the obvious pick in my eyes.
I thought so, but like I'm looking through this list and I'm like just trying to filter through who actually went to college.
Yeah. So okay, we'll serpentine it then. So I'll get these next 2 picks. I'll go. There's a few guys here, but I think I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go Pascal Siakam and Franz Wagner.
Pascal went to New Mexico State, right?
Yes.
Nice. Okay.
Yes. Yeah.
Kyrie wasn't born overseas, right?
He was, but he lived like most of his life in New Jersey, so I wasn't gonna count that.
I was gonna say
like he played high school for a long. He played like probably even middle school in New Jersey, so I'm not.
That's cool with me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I will take. I'll take Laurie.
Okay.
I'll take Laurie, and then do I get 2 in a row? Is that how this works, or is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I feel like after the guys we just took, I feel like there's a bit of a fall off.
There definitely is a little bit.
You gotta give me some time here.
Yeah.
There are like no guards. Like actually none.
Yeah.
Fuck, dude. Like I don't know. I'll do let me roll with I'll take OG. I'll take OG and an OB.
I'm gonna throw a flag there.
What?
OG's been in Missouri since he was like 5 years old.
What? Actually?
OG lived in Missouri since he was like 5, yeah.
I had no idea. Okay. That's cool.
He went to Jefferson City.
I had no idea.
You didn't know he played for Jeff City?
No.
Oh, really?
No idea.
Yeah.
No clue.
He's a J. Yeah.
Fuck. Well,
sorry.
shit. I mean, just to speed this up, I guess I'll take Keyshawn George It's the first
Okay.
guy I see, and I need a guard. He could
Yeah.
play fucking point guard for me, I guess.
Yeah.
I'd like.
What'd you say? You just cut out a little bit.
Sorry, I said options are very limited at this point.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna go with two Belgian guys. I'll go AJ Mitchell and Tumani Kamara. Shout out. I don't know anything about. Oh, Brussels is in Belgium. Oh, shout out
Good
friends
pull.
in Brussels. Yeah.
Good pull. I
Yeah.
should have. I don't know. I didn't feel like scrolling all the way up again. Shit, dude. Those are good picks. I don't even know what to do. This is a really weird built basketball team.
Yeah. That's looking interesting so far.
I actually don't. I don't know where to go from here.
There's still a few guys left. More than a few, but like a few good picks still.
We're not doing Canada. I'll take VJ.
Yeah.
Take Edgecombe.
It's a solid. He's one of the few guards.
Yeah, and then honestly, I need like a 3. I need a wing. We were talking about Josh Green earlier. I'm not going to take him though.
I mean,
well, low-key, I might have to. Honestly,
yeah. There's probably a couple of other Australia guys there, but yeah,
no, Dante Exum.
Oh,
that's
beautiful.
brutal.
Shout out 2K15.
If we do this in 5 years, maybe
there'll be a lot more options in 5 years. But
yeah,
I still think Tyrese Proctor is like really good. I hope he plays.
I hope so too. Oh my god. Oh shit. I'll is Rui valid?
Oh yeah, I would say so.
Yeah, I didn't even see him, but yeah, I'm gonna roll with Rui. I think
Oh yeah, he was overseas his whole life until Gonzaga. So
awesome. Okay,
that's a good pick. I didn't even think of that.
I didn't.
Yeah,
I skipped over him a couple times.
I'll go. I need someone to guard Embiid, so I'll go Jakob Poeltl.
Yeah, I was gonna say. These are interesting teams.
Yeah. So I've got AJ Mitchell, Franz Wagner, Tumani Kamara, Pascal Siakam, and Jakob Poeltl against Keyshawn George, VJ Edgecombe, Lauri Markkanen, Rui Hachimura, and Joel Embiid.
Yeah, the George pick was desperation.
You've got quite a lot more shooting than I do.
Yeah. Not going to be an incredible defensive team, but
yeah,
maybe Rui and Embiid can help out in that department.
Yeah, I like my team's defense. There's not a bad defender on there. And
no,
Kamara and Poeltl are like all defense guys, but
yeah,
I don't mind this. It's an interesting team. We'll see if any of our like 1 or 2 commenters have any opinion on that. If anyone's even watching at this point,
all 80 people.
Yep.
All right. Well, I guess that's all we have for this week. I think next week should be interesting. We'll probably be able to talk a lot about March Madness. I mean, full transparency, I'm starting to get guys on my board. I've watched Darren, Boozer, Devonta Flemings, and Caleb Wilson. So, chipping away slowly but surely. I think it's been pretty interesting for me. Watching these guys and referencing back to other guys over the last 3 years that I've watched and graded out and comparing and contrasting. It's been interesting so far. It's a really interesting class. So
yeah,
I think we're making slow but steady progress towards being able to talk about some of these guys, but gonna be a little while for sure. So
yeah,
what we have this time for Stamped Right podcast. Like I said, next week we'll be back with some more than likely March Madness content. Thank you.